Hi, you can download the Expert Advisor that is built in this video and use it for your own AI codebase by just clicking on the link below.
In this video, we are going to create an Expert Advisor that calculates and displays the current values of the Bollinger Bands indicator on the chart. Let's see how we can do that. We start Metaeditor by clicking the little icon in the toolbar or by pressing F4 on our keyboard. This opens the Metaeditor window where we can write our MQL code. The code begins with the OnTick function, which is called every time a new tick arrives for the symbol we have attached our Expert Advisor to. This function contains all the logic that will be executed on each tick. Inside the OnTick function, we first create 3 arrays to store the price data for the Bollinger Bands. We declare a double array called MiddleBandArray to hold the middle band values, another double array called UpperBandArray for the upper band values, and a third double array called LowerBandArray for the lower band values. These arrays will temporarily store the indicator values that we retrieve from the Bollinger Bands indicator. Next, we need to prepare these arrays for use with the current candle data. We use the ArraySetAsSeries function for each of our 3 arrays. This function takes 2 parameters, the array we want to modify and a Boolean value. When we set the second parameter to true, it tells the array to organize its elements from the current candle downwards, meaning the most recent candle will be at index 0, the previous candle at index 1, and so on. We apply this setting to MiddleBandArray, UpperBandArray, and LowerBandArray to ensure consistent indexing throughout our code. Now we define the Bollinger Bands indicator itself. We create an integer variable called Bollinger Bands definition and assign it the result of the iBands function. This function creates a handle for the Bollinger Bands indicator with specific parameters. The first parameter is _symbol, which represents the current symbol of the chart where the Expert Advisor is running. The second parameter is _period, which uses the current time frame of the chart. The third parameter is 20, which sets the period for the moving average calculation to 20 candles. The fourth parameter is 0, which represents the shift value. This means the indicator will not be shifted forward or backward on the chart. The fifth parameter is 2, which sets the standard deviation multiplier to 2, creating bands that are 2 standard deviations away from the moving average. The sixth parameter is price_close, which tells the indicator to use the close prices of the candles for its calculations. With the indicator handle created, we now copy the actual indicator values into our arrays. We use the copyBuffer function 3 times, once for each band. The copyBuffer function takes 6 parameters. The first parameter is the indicator handle we just created, Bollinger Bands definition. The second parameter is the buffer index. For the middle band we use 0, for the upper band we use 1, and for the lower band we use 2. The third parameter is 0, which means we start copying from the current candle. The fourth parameter is 3, which means we want to copy data for 3 candles, the current candle and the 2 previous candles. The fifth parameter is the array where we want to store the copied data. We use MiddleBandArray for the middle band, UpperBandArray for the upper band, and LowerBandArray for the lower band. After copying the data, we extract the current values for each band. We create 3 double variables, myMiddleBandValue, myUpperBandValue, and myLowerBandValue. Each variable is assigned the value at index 0 of its corresponding array, which represents the current candle's indicator value. So myMiddleBandValue gets the middle band value from MiddleBandArray, 0, myUpperBandValue gets the upper band value from UpperBandArray, 0, and myLowerBandValue gets the lower band value from LowerBandArray, 0. Finally, we display these calculated values on the chart using the comment function. This function creates a text output in the top left corner of the chart. We pass a string that combines text labels with our calculated values. The string includes myMiddleBandValue, followed by the actual middle band value, then a new line character, then myUpperBandValue, followed by the upper band value, another new line character, and finally myLowerBandValue, followed by the lower band value. Each value is automatically converted to a string and displayed on the chart, updating with every new tick. After writing all this code, we press F7 to compile the Expert Advisor. The compilation process checks our code for any syntax errors or other issues. If everything compiles successfully, we can proceed to test our Expert Advisor. If this was too fast for you, or if you don't understand what all the code is doing, you might want to check out the premium course on our website, or watch one of the basic videos first to get a better understanding of MQL programming concepts. Once the compilation is successful, we go back to Metaeditor by pressing F4 or clicking on the icon in the toolbar. Back in Metaeditor, we press Ctrl and are to open the Strategy Tester. In the Strategy Tester window, we pick the Expert Advisor that we have just created from the drop-down list. We make sure to enable the Visual Mode checkbox to see the Expert Advisor running on the chart, then we start a strategy test. When the test runs, we should see our Expert Advisor displaying the current Bollinger Bands values in the top left corner of the chart. The values will update in real time as new ticks arrive, showing the middle band, upper band, and lower band values based on the 20-period Bollinger Bands indicator. If you are already a premium course member and have an idea for a video like this one, you can send us an email with your suggestions. In this video, we have learned how to create an Expert Advisor that calculates and displays Bollinger Bands values on the chart. We have coded an Expert Advisor that uses the iBands function to create a Bollinger Bands indicator, copies the indicator values into arrays, extracts the current values, and displays them on the chart using just a few lines of MQL code. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.